Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Am I audible?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. We will wait for just for 2 more minutes and ping your batchmates to join ASAP. Good afternoon, all. Am I audible?
Yes, I'm audible.
Okay, let's start. I welcome you all on behalf of Elisa, and I hope all you are all safe and sound. Oh, just a minute. Okay, let's begin with our session. So I would like to take a moment to introduce our event director, Elisite Jagriti Varambe, topper of the batch, and also having keen interest in core subjects. The past history regarding with our Elisa club, joined Elisa in 2018 in second year as assistant event director, and in 2019 as CSD, and in 2020 as a chief event director. Yeah, and also placed at Eton as associate engineer. Okay, guys, wait a second. Okay, sorry. Placed at Eton as associate engineer, L&T as a engineer trainee, and at DXC also as an associate professional software engineer, and also placed at TCS Ninja. Okay, guys, wait a second. Host. Saurabh,
Yes.
are you able to get the host control or not, so that you may admit the other members? It's
No, I
actually
think not.
okay. Yeah. Jagruti Di, are you there?
Yes, Yutesh.
Hello Di, welcome
Yes, thank
to
you, Yutesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so, what do you think about this? So, how should we start?
Yes, so let me share my screen with you all.
Okay, that's
Yes.
good.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good evening to one and all present here. Elisa and Jagruti here. And first of all, I would like to thank Elisa for inviting me here to share my interview experience with you all. And from listening placement talks from seniors and some super seniors, likewise you are listening to sharing my own experience and preparation plan. So really, this journey has been amazing and full of memories. So on this sweet note, let's start with our today's session. So, first of all, I would start with some preparation points so that you guys can relate or frame plan accordingly. So, any company you take, there would be minimum 2 and maximum 5 rounds for recruitment process. And the common round amongst all would be the aptitude round, which takes place in the first place. And the other rounds are technical interview, HR interview, managerial interview, and some companies also conduct coding rounds. So the number of rounds completely depends on the company. So for quant preparation, what I followed was I used to solve quant question daily, like till LD2, that is till level of difficulty 2, and I used Arun Sharma for quant preparation. And if you have concepts clear with you, you can directly start solving question, or else I would recommend you to clear your concepts first. What you can do is you can start with any basic aptitude book like RS Agarwal is there, and you also prefer Geeks for Geeks website as it has good quality questions and the concept elaborated for easy way. So you can get that concept very early, and the quality of questions are also good. So these are some resources you can choose. And having said that, electronics engineer should have knowledge of both software and hardware. At the same time, I also focused on clearing my coding, as I didn't pay much attention to that earlier when I was in college. So yeah, so alongside, I also did some Coursera courses to build my profile and gain some basic knowledge to present in interview. Like I did Python courses, like basic level Python. So all kind of courses I did. So primitively, you should have good understanding of C, CPP, and data structure. This is the must subjects. And moreover, you can choose any language like Java, Python, and start gaining knowledge and coding in that. Um, along with this, I would suggest you, if you really want, you should over all related software concepts like how to write SQL queries, TBMS, operating system, networking, and likewise. Also try to give optimal coding solutions to any problem, because this is very important as far as your interview is concerned. Like interviewer would ask you to give optimal solution because they want the best solution for any problem. So this is about the software domain knowledge. And I'm not talking about core concepts. You would need this in every interview, because irrespective of the company domain, whether the company approaching to our campus would be software or core, they will ask you some basic core related questions to check what you have studied and what you have gained throughout your engineering life. So you would need the core knowledge with you. So the most frequently asked question which I failed was from basic electronics, digital electronics, ECAD 1 and 2. These are very important subjects. Along with this, we have also studied controllers in MPI and ESD. You should have good knowledge about the controllers. And the again, the most important subject is power electronics, because this is the one subject in which you will get each and every power related component. Like you will get to know about the which what industry use which what components industry are using. So the practical knowledge you will get in power electronics. So you won't need to study all the subjects. You just need to brush up the important points from the subjects like op-amp, flip-flops, then scr from power electronics, then how to convert AC to DC and vice versa using the circuits, and then BJT, MOSFET, diodes. These are the very basic, but they won't ask easy questions. Rather, they would give you some situation and they would ask which type of diode will you use in this situation. So likewise, they will ask you some practical question based on the theoretical concepts which we studied during our academics. So this was about the preparation. Now let me tell you about my interview experiences of companies wherein I got selected. So now talking about Eaton. So it is a core company, and Eaton manufactures the circuit breakers, switchgear, UPS, like all power devices they manufacture. And I always wanted to get placed here because their major work is in power domain, and I'm very interested in that domain. And I had also my project related to that domain. So this was my positive point during my interview. So for recruiting, they don't conduct any apti round as such. Instead, they directly ask for top 12 to 15 students as per the CPI from the class, and then they conduct 2 rounds of technical interview and HR interview. So this year they asked top 11 question, top 11 students. Sorry, and in my technical interview, the complete interview was on my project only. Like interview started with my introduction. I would elaborate more on the how to introduce yourself later. So let's keep this point aside. And after my introduction, interviewer told me like we are searching for such candidate only. Like have after hearing my interest and my project, he said he gave me such compliment, and it boosted my confidence to next another level. So then he asked very deep questions on my projects, like what was the value of a component you used, and which type of battery you used, and why that kind of battery only, why not other, and then what was the efficiency of our project, and why didn't you get 100% efficiency, where the losses happened, why these losses happened. So like he grilled me on my project. So, and how you get to know about your efficiency. So I convinced him, like we plotted the graph, and after plotting voltage and the timing related to this is related to my project. So I convinced him that yes, this is the efficiency. Likewise, he asked some mindstorming questions on my projects, which I was thinking and answering for the first time, I felt. So in the end, he gave another compliment about my communication skills, and uh, so throughout the interview, it was completely based on my project only. So after interview, I was pretty sure to get HR call. So in 1.5 hour, I got my HR call, and I joined for HR interview. And that interview was more like a discussion about my strengths, weaknesses, and hobbies, and about my family background, about parents and siblings. And then he went on like, do you have any real life experience, real life industrial experience with you, and some virtual internships like that. So this was about the HR. It was more of discussion kind of interview. So in the end, from the electrical, mechanical, and tronics, the Eaton had selected 8 students for final offer. So to summarize about the Eaton, what I would say is projects and related practical knowledge matters a lot because they believe in practical work more. So now for L&D, this is also core company for us. So there were 2 rounds. The first was APTI round, and then followed by interview including HR and TI, like technical interview. So in APTI, there were 4 sections: quant, verbal, logical, and technical APTI. So technical apti had questions on op-amp, BJT, like circuit solving, and some small numericals like how on finding gain, noise margin. So like that questions were there. So level was moderate, not so easy kind of test. Level was moderate to hard, I would say. And from test, they shortlisted some students, and then I got called for interview. Then they had technical and HR interview. They had So during that interview, the both panelists touched all core subjects I studied from second year, including analog communication, digital communication, which I didn't revise much at that time. And I also didn't expect the questions from those subjects, I would say. Like one of the question was like, why we use frequency modulation. Then I told the definition which I know, but but he wanted to but he wanted why we use frequency modulation, and that practical knowledge he wanted from me. And one of the question was on embedded controller. I'm not remembering that question, but I remember one of the interviewer asked me question on that, and after hearing my answer, he was like, oh, I learned something new from you. So that happened with me during my L&D interview. So and and for extempore, they gave me one topic on technology, like how technology has changed our lives. So I elaborated on IoT, and they gave me 1 minute of preparation time and 2 minutes of presentation time. So this is how L&T recruitment process happened. And for L&T, I would suggest you to clear your core concepts, because they will touch all core concepts which we studied from second year onwards. So yeah, that is about L&T. And talking about DXC and TCS Ninja. So for both companies, there were two rounds, including APTI and interview. So APTI was easy level. APTI, I don't think there was any difficulty to crack this. And in the interview, they asked questions on OOPS concepts, and question on explain polymorphism with real life example and like that. Then some questions were on my project and some coding related questions. So both interviews were easy to crack, and nothing mindstorming has asked during those interviews. So this was all about interview experience. So now let me tell you about how to introduce yourself. So for this question, I would say introduction is the only question which we know in prior that interviewer is gonna ask definitely. So this is the plus point here for us. So we must be well prepared for it beforehand. So basically, intro should not be too long. It should end within 1 or 1.5 minute, and don't include your 10th, 12th percentage and too much personal information in this, like hobbies. They don't want to hear hobbies and strengths and weaknesses in technical interview. You can elaborate more on this during your HR interview. And you can you can start with your name, and then you mention your CPI if you want to mention. Then you can tell about your active member of ELISA club and your current position in that. Then elaborate on family members in one sentence. Then the most important thing is project, and when you will elaborate your project, just mention each project in one or two lines, including which latest technology you have used and how will it benefited to society. And then you can end your intro with the subjects wherein you are interested, and expects questions from the interviewer. So this would be more than enough information for introduction. So yeah, that is about introduction. If you have any question, you can ask later on this point. And I would like to give some more tips on after having my own experience. So first is it is always better to say don't know to any question which if you don't have that much info with you. But instead of saying I don't know, sir, you can say like, sir, at present I don't have much knowledge about this, and definitely I will study this later if needed. So this will give some hope from your side to the interviewer, and this will indicate that yeah, you are curious to know more and learn more. So this is one point. Like this is how we can convert our negative points to positive point. So next is project topic selection when you are in second and third year. So I think this is the most important point. So I would say choose your projects wisely because this is really important as far as your placement is concerned. And for choosing any project, don't search for project idea directly. Instead, what you can do is you can look and search for real problems our society is facing now and try to give innovative solution to that, and that would be your project. Because project is nothing but a solution to the problem itself. So remember this in mind while selecting any project topic. And another important thing is you should have good communication skills, as this matters a lot during your interview. And always try to present your answer in very simple and effective way, and same goes with your project explanation during your interview. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share from my side. And it is wisely said that the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. So start framing your preparation plan and practice accordingly, because nothing can be done without hope, efforts, and confidence. On this positive note, let's pause with the session now. I hope you have got the points which I wanted to convey to you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Jagruti. I think all have got the point what you said.
Yes,
Yes, you right now shared your experience, interview experience, and I think that would really help us in our for preparing our planning for interview. And you also guided us for the uh, introduction question, introduce yourself question. So that would also help us very wisely to us.
yes,
So now we will go for the Q&A session. Okay.
yes, sure. Yes, sure.
The question is it necessary to decide between core and software from the start?
Uh, okay, so for this question, my opinion would be like if you decide it from the start, it would be easy for you in the end, because take my example. I always wanted to get into industry because I
Mhm.
didn't had that much passion for coding, as like some of our batchmates had when we were in college. So I focused on clearing my core concepts from the starting only. And one more advantage is like if you decide so, you would also choose your project from that domain, and which will help you to uh, get that company in the end. But having said that, electronics engineer should have both knowledge, both domains knowledge. Don't neglect any
Yes.
domain completely, because we can't predict
Mhm.
what will happen in the end during placement. So
Yeah.
yes,
I think your the question who asked is clear about what you said.
yes.
So we will go for the next question. Please explain difference between L&T ECC, Larsen and Tubro Limited, and LTI. Which one is core and which one is software company?
Uh, Yes. So, L&T ECC is one of the independent company of L&T. Like it stands for Larsen and Tarbo Engineering, Construction and Company. And there are various work domains like defense, hydropower in L&T ECC. And it is a core company for us. And now talking about LTI, it stands for Larsen and Tarbo Infotech. Like it belongs to software domain. So these are two different companies. Like these are two various like independent companies, and which come to our campus. But the difference is
Mhm.
LTI is software and L&T is core.
Okay.
Yes.
So we will go to the next question. Important topics for Eton and L&T should focus on.
Yes. So as I mentioned earlier, for
Yes.
ETN, project and related practical knowledge is very much essential, and for L&T, your core concepts are very much important, because the, the complete interview were on core questions only, which we studied from second year, including
Yes.
those communication subjects also, which we neglect during our academics. So yeah, these are the
Yeah.
important points. Yes.
Yes, Jagruti. Related to that, one also same question is related to that one question is
Yes.
due to the pandemic situation, students who aspires for core companies are not able to do hands-on practical sessions.
Yes.
So will it affect in our campus placements as Eton
Mm-hmm.
and the LNT are the
Mm-hmm.
dream companies of many core aspirants.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, Saurabh, this is the prime concern I feel,
hmm,
because this is due to pandemic. As we belong to electronics branch, we should have and we must have practical
practical
knowledge.
knowledge.
Yes, because at the end, any core industry will look for our practical knowledge rather than the theoretical concepts we studied. So
Yes.
for this, what I would suggest is you do some small basic projects on your own using hardware components. So this
Hmm.
would be enough to gain any like practical knowledge related to that uh, domain only. So interviewer will also restrict it to your domain, like where your interest lies. The interviewer will also ask question from that domain only, and if you do so, you would be very much clear with your knowledge. If you do some small projects on your own, including the hardware components, it will be easy for you to gain practical knowledge, I feel.
Yeah, and the interviewer also think that in the pandemic situation also
Yes,
someone is should able to do practical work. So it
yes,
would be very great.
yes.
Yes. So we will go for the next question. Uh, is it important to have our project idea to be unique? It play an important role in the
Mm,
interview, or we can choose any interview, any question idea.
no,
Project idea.
as I
Mhm.
mentioned, project is the most important
Most
yes aspect as far as our placement is concerned, because almost
yes, yes.
almost above 50% of the placements are based on the projects only. And the as I mentioned earlier, project should be innovative and should uh, solve any problem which our society is facing. So it
Mhm.
reflects how you approach towards any problem, and it would give you positive impact on the interviewer if you have good project with you. So yeah,
Mhm.
you should have innovative, unique, and well approached project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we will go for next question. Is it fine to have software-based projects for core companies?
So for this question, I would suggest like you do at least one project which belong to our core and one to software, and rest depends on your interest. So this would be really helpful for you. If any core company will approach our campus, you would elaborate more on core project, and same with the software domain company, because I did the same during my interviews. I have one or two core project and one or two software projects. So during my DXC and TCS interview, I elaborated more on that. I elaborated those projects only, and during my intern, the entire interview was on my core project only. And in Atlanta interview,
Mhm.
they didn't even ask for my project. So this is, I think you should have at least one core and software projects in your resume.
Okay. Can you
Yes.
just more what you did in your project?
Yes, so in my second year, my project was solar tree, so which was
Yeah.
more related to power domain, like generation of
Oh,
maximum power from minimum land. Uh, this is the solution to the land usage problem, as we don't have that much land with us, and at the same time the power requirement is very high. So this was the solution we gave. Yeah, and talking about the future scope of our project, as we have idea that by 2025, almost 75% of vehicles will get replaced by electrical vehicles. So we will need charging point to charge our vehicle. So I think if you do any project in power domain, that project will have huge future scope, according to me, and current situation.
Yeah, Elon Musk is also doing
Yes.
solar thing. I think you may be the Elon Musk of India. Yeah.
Yes.
We will go for the next question. Did participating in electrovert events helps you in the interview?
Like in Electrovert, I participated only when I was in first year, because from second year onwards, I was in committee to organize those events.
Yes,
So
yes.
yes, so how it helped me, like it showcased our extracurricular activities in our resume, and from second year onwards, as I organized those events, it really improved my management skills and related skills, like how to manage teamwork, and my leadership quality had improved when I was in those committee. So this is how it helped. Like it didn't affect directly, but it helped indirectly. Does this
Mhm.
answer?
Yes, yes. I think
Yes.
all should get the what you said. So we will go to the next question. So the question is how to select dream companies.
Okay, so as far as choosing your dream company, it is completely depends on where your interest lies. Like if you are really interested in software domain, like if you really like coding and all, the Amazon, Google, Microsoft, BNI are there, and many of our batchmates, like these students from CSE and IT are placed in Microsoft, BNY, and Google and Amazon as well.
Mhm.
So these are some core
Yeah.
companies who have interest in a software domain. And for core dreamer like me, Seagate, Eaton, Cadence are there. But as this year Seagate didn't have any vacancy for fresher, so this is also depends on current situation when you will be facing your placement season. So yeah, it
Yes.
completely depends on your interest.
Mhm. So one is question from the could you give an insight how to get the best opportunity for an internship and how to prepare for it as well?
Can you repeat the first part?
The question? Yes, yes. To give an insight how to grab the best opportunity for an internship and how to prepare for it.
Yes. So I think for our college, the companies won't come to hire interns. So for the internship is like something very impactful during our interview, if you have so. So I would say uh, for having an internship, you uh, search for any of like off-campus internships, and you can um register for that. And I think they would conduct some basic coding test for any software internship, as I don't think core internship would conduct any test, rather they would conduct interview. So for internship, you would seek for off campus, like you should seek help from off campus. Like um, I remember I have selected for Atlas Copco internship when I was in third year, but that won't happen due to the pandemic situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
If you know any resources for the internship, any websites, could you tell?
I didn't have that much knowledge about the
Okay, okay,
websites with me, but you search on Google, you will get that for sure.
okay.
Yes.
Uh, Please speak on the important questions asked by the interviewer in your interview.
Um, I think I have already mentioned during my presentation.
Yes,
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 for yes. So most of the points for
are
return,
covered.
yes, on projects and L&D, completely on core questions.
Yes, I
Yes.
think all the questions from the form are covered. If anyone have any other questions, they can put it in the chat box and or they can speak you, ask by unmuting. Is there any question from the attenders?
Hello, Jagruti.
Hello, Khushbu.
L&T and Eaton both are of the same level. I think L&T offers higher package. I'm not sure.
Yes, actually, L&T offer differential package like they have 6, 6.2, 5, 7. So it varies from college to college. For NIT, they offer higher package, and for Walchand, I think it would be 6 to 6.25.
So both are the package is same. And how did you choose to go to Eaton? Sorry, how did you decide to choose Eaton?
Yes, as I mentioned, there like the work domain of Eaton is majorly the power domain, and I am very interested. Like it fascinated me, like how the components prevent any power failure or those kind of thing. Really fascinated me when I was in college. So from that time only, I decided and I did project, and like you can say like at that time only I chose it. So yeah, it is like uh, this. And for L&T, it is more of construction, like it full form is like engineering, construction and companies. So I didn't have that much interest and knowledge in that field, so I choose to get in it.
Okay. So
Yes.
I guess you have power in third year, but still you decided in second year. So that was a very fascinating point for us. As
Yes, like when I used to interact with some of the seniors, like Ajit Da and some of the seniors who are placed in Eton, they always told me like their major work is in power, and so from that point only, that thing was on my mind, and I studied on that, and due to that, I also did project in that domain.
yes,
Yeah, and talking about future scope also, it has huge future scope as the power, uh, like the need of power is very much high in current situation. So yeah, this has a huge future scope also. So yeah, that's why I wanted to get in it.
and thank you and congratulations.
Will you repeat?
Thank you and congratulations.
Yes, yes. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, one more question is from the chat box. What are the three things you would have done differently in your preparation for getting placed in, uh, while interviewing each time?
Yes, this is very important, and at the same time, it was very funny situation for me. Likewise, if I get to know that if DX is approaching to our campus, then I uh, searched on DXC technology as I didn't have that much idea about that company, because this is the first year DXC technology has come to our campus. So when I got to know about it, a software company, then I changed the way of my study. During that whole week, I emphasize to clear my all software related concepts, like I studied how to write SQL queries, database, and operating system, and some networking concepts. So what I feel is CSE and CSE and IT guys studied those subjects during the entire semester. Like they studied these subjects for 6 months, which I studied and covered in almost 1 or 2 weeks, like basic knowledge. So yeah, that was a funny thing. And when I got to know about like any core company is coming, then I switched on that mode, and then I cleared my, like not cleared, but brush up my core knowledge. Like I brush up about OPAM, SCR, BJT, and their transist characteristics and all those stuff. And then, as I mentioned, in software domain company, I elaborated my software project, and during the core company, I elaborated my core project. So these are two complete different preparation strategy, I would say, I preferred. So it was fun for me to do so, because each week have like during our time, each week has one company. Like this week DXC, next week there is some taste for Wipro and Accenture, like that. So yeah, this is how I approached. I hope this would clear your question.
Yeah, I think learning new things is your hobby. Like you completed all the DBMS and networking in just 2 weeks. So that's
Not
very
completely, but I
means
gained some basic knowledge to present in interview.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So the question is, what are some important topics you would suggest for core projects?
Um, if you want to do any core project, the domains are, you can go for image processing and power domain. And then if you feel so, you can do any VLSI related core project. So these are some project which you can take.
Okay.
Maybe is misinterpreted.
Aman, can you unmute and ask your question?
Yes, this would be better, I guess.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, Aman,
Yes.
you are.
Yes.
Okay, so I meant that now that you are done with several interviews and you
Yes,
have an experience, and you
yes,
also know how you got it clear with the
yes,
preparation that you did.
yes.
I wanted to ask that now that you know what you have done,
Hmm.
I want you to say those three things that you would have done differently. Like suppose an instance happened in interview
Hmm.
that you wouldn't do it again, or suppose a mistake or something you did during your preparation time
Yes.
that you wouldn't do it now, or something that you would, if you get a chance to do it all again, then you would have done it differently. What are those three things?
Yes. So I got your point now. So I would like to share one of my experience when I was giving my Raja Software interview. Like there were three. First, there they conducted coding test, MCQ test, objective test on CPP data structure. Then there was coding round, and then there were three interviews, technical interviews. So in my each interview, they asked me to write optimal solution to any problem, which I didn't know how to answer at that moment. So when I was preparing for next any software company, I corrected that, and I also learned how to give optimal coding solution. Like for any company and any industry, they want optimal solution, and this is the thing I did differently. uh, and I learned something new from that interview. And the I don't think so. There are three things I did differently. So that is all covered in my preparation strategy itself. That I didn't do differently in those interviews.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think all the questions are over. If anyone have question, they can unmute and let's
Hello.
talk.
Yes, Niharika.
Yes.
Can you tell the basic difference or the average difference between the salaries a core and a hardware company gives in our college?
Yes. So software companies offer very high package. So let's keep this aside. For core company, for Eaton, I would they offer 6.25, and for L&T there are differential packages from 6 to 7 that based on the interview. And for there is also one company like Seagate and Cadence are also there, who offers very high package, like the salaries, the packages are in the range of 10 to 12 LPA. So these are some high package offering core companies for us. But this year Seagate didn't had vacancy for fresher, and for Cadence they what they did is they directly approached students based on the resume which they have collected in prior from us. So yeah, these are some high paying core companies which I know.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And for the software?
And software like basic, the TCS Ninja is starting from 3.5, I guess, and then it went on. The graph is exponential, I would say. The Veritas is offering 10.75 something, and then BNY is 16 to 17 LPA. For Microsoft, it is 44 LPA, if I'm not wrong. For Amazon, also it is like 36 LPA. And yes, there is one more company, uh, mm, which I forgot. It offers 12 LPA, but I forgot the name. Yeah, so and there are basic companies like ThoughtWorks with 8 LP, 8 to 9 LPA, and there are many companies for software domain which I'm not remembering now. But what you can do is you can go to Sanjay Dhaigude sir's profile on LinkedIn, and then you can get those placement and related salary package data. They like sir has already posted those data. Like last year's data is there on their on his profile. You can check out that.
Great, thank you.
Yes, thank you for your question.
And what was the highest salary for electronics branch this year?
So yeah, so this year the core companies came to our campus for electronics. As far as electronics branch is concerned, Eaton, L&T, and one internship is going on for Cadence. So as of now, L&T and Eaton are the two companies, core companies which happen to our campus. And if like Raj, Siddhi, and Vishal Sadhu are three of the interns which are doing internship in Cadence. If they will convert that internship into offer, they would get, I think, 10 to 12 LP, I guess. I'm not sure, but the range is from 10 to 12 LPA.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I think all the questions are covered, and this is time to sum up. Thanks, Jagruti, for showing us a way to prepare our own preparation plan and sharing your valuable interview experience and guiding us for also introduce yourself question and resolving all our queries. And here I declare that the talk is officially over.
There is a question in the chat section.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell about the internship that you had opted for?
Actually, I did virtual internships. So they were like one of the internship was from Burden Consulting Engineers. That was more on the financial related to financial domain. As I have that interest with me, and I wanted to make my career in management domain. So I opted for that internship, but it didn't. Like it it didn't gave me positive points during my interview because that was completely different domain, and I didn't even elaborated and mentioned that in my resume. because that is completely different domain, and I didn't uh, wanted to have my experience on that knowledge and on that discussion. So yeah, that was one internship, and one internship was with Grow Bharat. That was something kind of digital marketing internship was there, as I did one digital marketing course. So to clear and to gain some more real life experience, I opted for that internship. And both internship I didn't mention in my resume. Uh, so yeah, that's all about internship.
Yeah, does it help the marketing one?
Yes, it really helped my knowledge, and I really got to know about financial and management and digital marketing domain. But that is, I feel, completely different domain from the engineering background. And if I feel if I would have been if I would have mentioned those in my resume, they um, would have been definitely asked on that points which I didn't want at that time.
Yes, means as such, it's not very important for your.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It depends on your interest. If you have interest, you can go for it for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any plans for your future? Means MBA or something else
Yes,
you want to pursue?
yes. That's why I opted for those internships.
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yes.
great.
Yeah. Thank you all for your questions.
Yeah, thank you. We will meet in the uh, we will meet in next Sunday for another placement talk. Until then, be safe and be enthusiastic. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great
Bye.
evening ahead to you all.